Hello. I know. I will never be able to convince some of you that I do not already have all the answers about what will be forthcoming this year at Halloween Horror Nights 24. No matter how hard I try to convince you otherwise, you will firmly believe, not all of you, but some of you will firmly believe, regardless of my protestations, that somehow I have all the answers, that I know it all already. Indeed, there are even some amongst you, now, who will assume that anything I say or do at all must be some sort of clue. I wouldn't be surprised that if I had a few too many pints of beer and a couple of chili dogs, and thus ended up a bit gassy, that you might suddenly come up with, oh my God, that's a clue, we're going to have a house of farts. So, it is almost pointless for me to make such disclaimers, knowing that there are some of you out there I shall never ever convince. But this is not a cryptic comment, and it is not by any rational sense whatsoever a clue. No. Indeed, as unlike previous years, or unlike last year when I received some intelligence rather remarkably early and had already put out a few cryptic videos well before this point in the calendar. This year is more like previous years when I wouldn't hear anything till probably around June or so. I don't know if that'll be the case this year, if I will hear something before the end of May or not. But the truth is that who or whatever I get my information from, that crafty intelligence about what's going on, for reasons that cannot be divulged, can never be divulged, has not yet been prepared to provide me with them. Therefore, at the moment, I am just as much in the dark as all of you. Yes, I, like all of you, am awaiting with great anticipation the first real clues. Oh, I've heard all the various rumours that have been buzzing around, but I must say that I have no means of determining whether these rumours are accurate or not. They could be a flaming heap of dingoes' kidneys, or they could be solid gold true facts. I don't know, and I have no way of determining which is which yet, you see. So, with no recourse, and as my own sources remain mysteriously silent so far, I have no choice now but to seek information from, shall we say, extraordinary intelligence. Yes, I'm prepared now to indulge myself in a bit of an experiment in tapping into the great collective unconscious, and perhaps there we will actually find the answers we seek. But will we understand them when they are given to us? That's always the great thing, you know, whenever you do this sort of thing. There are many means by doing this, of course, many means that people have used over the years, whether you believe in actually communicating with the other side or simply tapping into secrets of the human collective unconscious, as I do, because I'm not a spiritualist, I'm a rational man. Nevertheless, this seems like a terribly unrational way of doing things. There are many various techniques, and I, for one, would not touch one of those planchettes if it has saved my life, because I think touching it where I might not save my life, because it's deadly. But, and I can never get the damn things to work. If you really want to be honest, just pretend that I'm scared of them. No, I'm not scared of it. It's a piece of plastic and cardboard. I just can't get the damn thing to move. But, here we go. One of my favourite ways is an ancient art called cartomancy. Yes, involving a deck of cards. Some say going back to the ancient Egyptians. That's probably a load of rubbish. Nevertheless, I think an Italian fellow in the Renaissance came up with the first one, and it was originally for gambling and gaming, but somehow it got esoteric after that. Nevertheless, there's another weird art. I call it catomancy. That's where you seek the truth from a cat. But usually when you ask a cat something, you only get one or two responses. Either, if you're lucky, or maybe, or sometimes, or, yeah, that sort of thing. And maybe a hairball, which would be really gross. But enough silliness. How do you combine catomancy and cartomancy? Well, there is a way, of course. And that way lies in the secret of the deck I am using. It's not just any deck. I could have chosen Aleister Crowley's creepy Book of Thoth deck, or I could have chosen the Gothic, one of the more Gothic and evil, scary Cthulhu decks, or God knows what else. But I decided to pick this one because it's one of my favourites, and obvious reasons. Take a look at the back of the card here. See the device there. Look at it. Look at it. Yes. It is the Baroque Bohemian Cats Tarot, which was designed by a couple of wacky people living in the city of Prague, what used to be the Kingdom of Bohemia in the Czech Republic. Yes. Because if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. So, what I'm prepared to do now is a bit of an experiment, because, of course, I have no idea what the answers are. I'm just going to see if the cats can give us some help. So, let's see. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. All right then. My little cats. Can you tell me what the 8 houses for Halloween Horror Nights 24 will be? And first we have the Magician. The first house. The second house. The 6 of coins. Third house. Two of swords. fourth house. Two of Cups. The fifth house. The High Priestess. The sixth house. The Four of Cups. Seventh house. The Tower. And the eighth house. The Five of Cups. Oh, what about the street experiences? Well, they tend to get all blurred together nowadays, don't they? Let's hope it's not The Walking Dead. What does this say? The Three of Coins, or Pentacles. Now, here's the fun part. Now that those of you who deal with that sort of thing have fun and do your own readings for what that actually means. Because I have no bloody idea, at least none that I'm telling. And that, not a cryptic comment, not a clue in any rational sense of the word. I don't know any idea what the houses are going to be yet. But what the cats have just told us, does it mean anything? Or is it just random pieces of cardboard with pretty pictures, cats on them? If there are some intriguing parallels between the actual houses when they're revealed and the cards here, who knows? We shall see.